Greetings, adventurers. This is Kazu of the Wormforge here. Today we're going to be covering Oblivion Remastered mods. There is a total of 410 mods already on the Oblivion Remastered Nexus. That's no surprise given that Oblivion modders are coming back into the scene, and people from Unreal Engine 5 who do modding for that are also coming into the scene. So there's tons of options already in terms of modding, a lot of quality of life, definitely some much needed mods for us, especially for those of you who are looking for things that are going to increase your performance for the game while not decreasing the visual quality of the remastered version of Oblivion. So if we take a look here, you're going to see lots of quality of life, lots of minor things, but also mods that are going to optimize the game to further increase the performance for it. There's 3 mods in question that we're going to cover. We have Ultimate Engine Tweaks. This is going to be by P40L0X or Paolo X. We have Oblivion Optimizer by FrancisLouis. And then last but not least, we have Optimized Tweaks OBLR by VynnGfx. So that's 3 different mods that all intend to do the same thing. Now, these will conflict with one another, so I recommend trying each one by itself first. But of course, I am going to show you how to install these mods and a comparison of our performance using them. The intent for these mods is to reduce stutter, improve performance, lower latency, get better frame rates. In the case of the Ultimate Engine Tweaks, also a little bit of better visuals by removing the film grain and the chromatic aberration. For most of these, you shouldn't see any sort of change in the visuals of your game. It's going to look just as good, if not better. There is improved picture clarity for some of them, but for all of them, they are going to be including optimizations for your GPU and for your CPU to hopefully remove stuttering and increase performance. So let's jump right into it. We're going to test them out and we're going to compare them. All right, so before we get into the mods, we are going to have our baseline test. We are outside of the Imperial City. We're up and along the Black Road, going down from Toril to the Imperial City. And we are going to use that trek as a little showcase for our FPS. It's going to be located in the upper right screen. All right, so before we begin the testing of the mods, we need to have a baseline for our performance. So in the upper right, you can see the frame rate, and this is without any sort of modding whatsoever. We're going to be making our way over to the Imperial City on horseback, and then we're going to run around in the city and eventually go to the arena, which is going to be the most intensive area as far as I know in terms of performance. So to give you an idea of our video settings, we're going to jump on over to graphics tab. We're playing at 2K resolution. We have our FPS limited to 120. It is on. VRAM's on, but it doesn't really seem to change at all. So don't worry about that. We do not have motion blur. We do have SSR. We have screen space reflections. We are going to have all of our settings on high, pretty much, except for global illumination quality, which is set to medium. And then texture quality is going to be set to ultra. For our ray tracing, that is going to be disabled. We have an AMD graphics processor, so by default the Lumen RT is set to low at the lowest. We can't set it to off, but we do have at least some sort of ray tracing, but it is not the Lumen hardware that you could use if you had the NVIDIA graphics card, or at least I think that's how it works. Now, we do have FSR since we do have the AMD graphics card, and we've set that to quality mode. And we're not using frame generation, so you don't have to worry about that. That's going to be kind of the baseline for the graphical settings. My graphics processor is a 7800 XT. It's an AMD graphics processor. And then for the CPU, we have a Ryzen 5 5600. The graphics processor is 16 gigabyte VRAM, so I think it's more than able to handle this game, but our CPU could be the bottleneck in some cases. At the moment, we're sitting at a pretty nice 60 frames per second. So overall, our performance has been pretty decent playing through the game, but we do have stutters and we do have frame drops here and there. So we're going to go showcase that right now as we make our way along the trail. You can definitely feel there's some small stutters here and there already. That might just be because we're on horseback. We'll see if the mods fix that or not. but our frame rate is definitely tanking. It's dropping down to about 40 while we're looking on over to the Imperial City. Overall, the visuals look excellent. We're gonna make our way on this way. Definitely dipping below 60, but most of the time it does manage to get to the 60s. We can take a look around here. Well, there's definitely some stutters here and there. And the stutters are not fun to deal with. Alright, well, we made it up top. We're going to hop off our horse, and then we're going to head on into the city for a walk around. So immediately we get hit by a frame drop, but that goes back to normal. We're sitting at about 60. We're going to make our way on over to the next district. Another bit of a frame drop as everything loads in. And you can see here we got quite a bit of NPCs, so we are below 60 frames. Overall, not terrible. Let's head on over to the market district. Again, there's this load in where we lose a lot of frames in the beginning and then it stabilizes.
How can I help?
We're still able to kind of average around 60. And then we're going to go over to the arena district. Now, if you guys haven't fought in the arena before, that is where there's going to be a lot of NPCs. My frame rate tanks like crazy in the arena. So I figure that's probably going to be the best place, most easily accessible place we can test this out. We're going to go ahead and throw on a raiment. Alright, and then we're going to fight in the arena. I mean, our frame rate's plenty good indoors. We don't have to worry about that. But once we're in this battle arena, oh my goodness, starting to drop. I mean, we're actually able to get about 32 frames, which isn't terrible. We're going to switch our spells for a bit. Our character crouching? Like, what are we doing?
The winner of this match will advance in rank, so the stakes are high. Pit dogs, show us what you're made of.
Alright, we're going to do a little bit of battle. Hell, the FPS is absolutely horrendous here. Gonna hit him with a touch spell. Alright, and he's already dead. We're pretty much not able to get higher than 34 FPS, so we're aiming to get higher than 34 FPS with any of the mods. It might be the case that that area is just too intensive, but hopefully we're gonna see a difference, right? So 60 frames on average for the city, and then about 34 frames or 30 frames for the arena. That's our baseline. Let's go ahead and jump into the mods. Right, so the first mod we're going to cover is Ultimate Engine Tweaks. Now, this is going to be a mod that changes your engine.ini file. Goal is to remove most stutters, improve performance and stability, decrease input latency, and improve picture clarity with no visual loss. It's very easy to install. We're just replacing engine.ini, and we can copy paste this to find it in our window. You can go ahead and do that. You'll see that this is the folder it leads you to. This is our engine.ini folder. Make sure to back it up. And then what we want to download is we go to the files. If you have a variable refresh rate, then you're going to want to go ahead and get this download here that says VRR. Otherwise, we're going to get the no VRR download. Once you open it up, it's going to give you this file, and we are just going to drag and drop it into the window and replace. And it's that easy. So we're gonna boot up Skyrim now, or we're gonna boot up Oblivion now. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and boot up Oblivion. All right, we're back to where we started, and we are gonna be checking if our performance is any different. Hopefully, we get less stutters. I noticed a lot of stutters as we were riding around on the horse, so I'm hoping to see less stutters. Nope, there still some small stutters here and there. But we are rushing downhill. Probably some load in of trees and other textures. Again, I'll actually be looking at the frame rate comparison afterwards, post footage. Definitely seems like our frame rate is well below 60. Like we're sitting in the 50s right now, which feels worse than before. So that's a little bit concerning. All right, but here we are. We're at the Imperial City. We're gonna hop on off, and we're gonna head inside ourselves. So again, we're trying to get above 60 frames. Got a little bit of a drop there, and climbing back up. It's not even. It's kind of barely hitting 60. I don't know. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Speak.
That's better.
You have my ear, citizen.
A lot of NPCs here, so it's tanking for a little bit.
Have you shopped at the Gilded Carafe?
Should bump back up.
Of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods in the land of the Altman. It seems Somerset Isle has become
Still below 50 though. Oh, and there we go. It's turning around. Yep, turning around. Looking at all these NPCs, it seems to tank our FPS significantly. That's some pretty classic Bethesda game problems.
Afternoon.
Now we head into the Market District. And we're kind of struggling to hit above 60 here, which is very surprising.
Get your black horse courier here.
Now there is something also to note, is that we do have OBS open that's recording, so that does put some strain on our CPU multitasking. Of course, is it going to be affecting the performance between mod setup and the control? No, it shouldn't be. There shouldn't be a decrease in performance because of that, or at least I don't think there would be. We're gonna make our way over to the arena. on our raiment.
And what is it? You
For our match. Alright, and let's see how much worse it is or better. Alright, so we are, wow, we're not doing so hot. We're barely at 30. We are barely at 30. I'm honestly kind of feeling like we lost a little bit of performance somehow.
The winner of this match will advance in rank, so the stakes are high. Pit dogs, show us what you're made of.
Right. Alright, yeah. Looks like our average FPS is not even making it up to 33. Oh, no, there we go. But we are looking away from all the people. And then once we look back, yep, it drops down again. So overall, not looking too great. But that's going to be the performance from our first mod. Now let's go take a look at the second. All right, so make sure before you test out Oblivion Optimizer, if you had already installed Ultimate Engine Tweaks, you can uninstall it by loading from our backup. Just copy paste this engine.ini folder file back into the main folder. And then for the Oblivion Optimizer, this is by FrancisLouis. This is going to be doing a few things: shader handling improvements, asset streaming optimization, CPU and GPU resource management, which I'm very curious about because it's going to allow for more parallel processing. Overall, this hopefully should improve the performance of our game more than the previous mod, and this is going to be a pack file that you have to drop into your mods folder. So go over here, there is the default version, and then for those who are still experiencing a stutter, then you can install the version number 2. So we're going to go ahead and just try with the default version. So we have a pack file here, and how you want to install the pack file, you're going to go over to your Oblivion folder from your Steam apps, then you're going to go into Oblivion Remastered, you're going to go into content, you're then going to go over to packs, and you can create a folder for mods here, which is where we're going to drop in our mod folder. So it's as easy as that. We have our mod installed. We're going to go ahead and launch the game now. All right, so we are back in game. Our FPS looks a little bit higher actually than last time. And we're going to hope for the best here. We're going to just run straight into it. We're going to start heading on over to the Imperial City. Slight stutter, very slight. What in the world just happened there? That guy got bonked. Got distracted there for a second, but we're going to continue onwards. But you can tell we're still having a little bit of trouble here. Not perfectly smooth, but it feels a little bit smoother. Yeah, it definitely feels a little bit smoother. We make our way over to the bridge. We're not quite hitting 60 FPS, but there doesn't seem to be the micro stutter that we had a lot of the time while riding onto the horse. But yeah, even at this FPS, it's feeling pretty decent. Oh, that definitely felt like a little bit of a lag spike. And we head up top. And we dismount. Go straight on into the city. All right.
Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service?
We're gonna start running around. Immediately hitting above the 60s.
Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service?
This is feeling a little bit better, I think.
You have my ear.
There's still going to be a bit of a drop here just because of how many NPCs there are. But overall, we're going more towards the high 40s. We're getting into the 50s and 60s here. Then all the way up to the 70s when we're far away out of it. But if we turn around, we're able to hit 50, which is good. That definitely seems like improvement, at least over the last mod. All right.
Hello.
As we make our way to the market district, our frame rate is looking not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Now the ultimate test is going to be the arena. That's what we're really interested in, to see if there's any performance increase in the arena. Honestly, I doubt it. There's just something about the arena that is either poorly optimized or just too overcrowded, at least for our setup and our PC. Go ahead and grab our raiment.
Busy man. What is it? The yellow.
Head on up. Go to battle. All right, yeah, this is not looking good. I mean, this is not looking good. We're really struggling to get over 30. Now, if you guys have any tips or advice to increase our performance, of course, we could put frame generation on. We could lower some of our settings to get more frames, but I'm trying to really see if these mods are going to make a big difference or not. And so far, it seems more so negligible than I thought. Alright, Storm Elemental, any day now. There we go. Alright. And yeah, we can definitely tell that there is no improvement whatsoever for the arena. But let's pray for the last mod here, guys. Alright, so last but not least, we have the Optimized Tweaks OBLR mod. This is going to be by VynnGfx. We go over to the description. It says, long story short, this mod changes many Unreal Engine variables, which the game developers mostly left at their default values, resulting in the mentioned improvements. This is going to hopefully be fixing stuttering and performance issues. So, I believe this is going to be a pack file. Yep. Pretty easy. To uninstall our previous mod, all you gotta do is delete the pack file, and then we're gonna go over here. We have the base file, we have the experimental version. It says that this will reduce input latency even more, but it can cause FPS drops in some games, and we will be high on high-end CPUs. Unfortunately, we only have a 5600, so we're gonna go ahead and stick with the optimized tweaks base. Alright, and as you can see here, that's the mod, which we simply need to drag and drop into our photo. Oh. Bro, procedure failed to call. Alright. That wasn't good. Let's try that one more time. Oh, there it is. All right, not sure what happened, but we're gonna try that one more time just to be safe. All right, that looks good. Mod should be installed, which means we can launch Oblivion. We are back in game. Doesn't look like our FPS is going too crazy. It's about 60, but we are standing still. We're just gonna immediately start heading out. See that stutter? Yep, a little bit of stutter. Nothing too serious. Pretty much no matter what, we have a significant frame drop as we're looking at Imperial City and sprinting our way down the hill. I don't really have too much left to say other than just trying to get through this and checking how our frame rate goes. So far, it's been a smoother ride than the first 2 times we did this. I think there is less stutter. Again, this could be placebo. I can't actually tell if there's less stutter or not. I'd have to compare the footage side by side. We're gonna make our way up. All right, and then we're gonna head on over. Oh, it's a little bit of rain. That might affect performance.
What is it, Sarah? Have you ever shot first?
I doubt it's not really raining that
Hail,
much.
good citizen. How can I be of service? What is it, citizen?
Seems to be less NPCs over here, so our frame rate is looking a lot more solid.
Hello.
Oh,
Do you know
we're tanking here.
Marufus? He specializes in light armor
Oh.
and best defense.
all of them just appeared out of nowhere.
How can I help you?
Okay, yeah. About 50. That's a little bit of an improvement.
Afternoon.
Then we move on over to the Market City.
Have pity on an old save them. So I've heard.
Get your black horse courier here.
Hi there.
It's not terrible so far. This is certainly decent. But will it matter for the arena? Will we see any gains? I highly doubt it, but you never know.
Busy man. What is it?
Alright, and we head straight for our battle. Our interior frames are going crazy. That definitely seems to be higher. Oh, we're at 34? Not bad. We get 35, maybe? I don't understand why we can't get up to 35.
Imperial City. Welcome to the arena.
Yeah, it definitely feels like something is
Ready for a
bottleneck.
bloodbath? The winner of this match will advance in rank to
Bro is bugging out. What are you doing, bro?
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Oh wow, he's fast. But not fast enough. Alright. That might have been marginally better, the FPS. I can't quite tell. Definitely more consistently in the 30s rather than the 20s. So you know what? We'll consider that an improvement. Yeah. Alright, so it seems like based upon those 3 mods, the biggest improvement is going to be from the third one, which I believe was called the Optimized Tweaks OBLR. That's going to be by VynnGfx. Again, if you would like, you can get all of those mods on the Nexus for free. You can try them out, try each one, maybe see which one you're getting the most performance benefits out of. But I do recommend the OBLR since that seems to be having the biggest performance impacts on myself, and I'm going to start running it. I'll let you guys know if I run into any issues with that, but it seems like we're able to get at least a little bit of a performance increase. Not going to be too substantial. Well, actually, we'll have the side-by-side footage comparison, so we'll see if that is a significant or non-significant difference. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. A little bit slower pace today, just going to be covering some mods. There's also a bunch of other quality of life mods that I do want to cover, so look forward to more mod content for Oblivion. I actually am very excited to see what kind of mods come out in the future, if they're going to port over some of the really popular mods from Oblivion, specifically some of the combat mods and other overhauls. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys try out these mods and get some substantial performance gains on your own. That'll be it for the video. Peace.